My loves, I see your hunger. We feel it too.
But we are together. That is our strength.
They did not marry into happiness. They married into fire. On the day they stood together, hands shaking, the sky looked normal, but their future was already being judged. Not by God. Not by fate. But by people who believed they had the right to decide who deserved peace. Love brought them together. Tradition rose up to destroy them. From the first night of their marriage, life became a battle. Hunger sat with them at the table. Sickness slept beside them. Poverty followed them like a shadow that refused to leave. Some days, there was no food. Not little food. No food. They drank water and slept, hoping morning would be kinder. Sometimes it was. Most times, it wasn't.
It hurts so much.
I know. Just hold on.
When illness came, they counted coins instead of prayers. When pain grew worse, they counted prayers instead of coins. They asked themselves questions no newly married couple should ever ask. Did God approve of us, or did we make a mistake loving each other? They went to family. Not to ask for luxury. Not to ask for comfort. Just to survive. Some family members cried with them, because they truly had nothing. Others looked away, because they had everything, but chose silence. And the reason was always the same. Outcast. That word followed them everywhere. It entered rooms before they did. It spoke before they could explain themselves. Her family warned her. They said, if you marry him, you will destroy your future. If you marry him, no one will help you. If you marry him, you will suffer. She heard them. She understood them. And she married him anyway. Because love does not ask permission from fear. From that day, help stopped coming. Doors closed without explanation. Smiles became cold. People who once called her daughter now called her mistake. She lost family without a funeral. He lost dignity without committing a crime. They suffered in silence because pain spoken too often becomes entertainment to cruel ears. Years passed like wounds that refused to heal. Then the children came. Two innocent souls born into a world already prepared to judge them. Children who cried from hunger, not because their parents didn't care, but because the world didn't. The mother held them and whispered promises she was not sure she could keep. The father worked until his body begged him to stop. Still, they stayed together. Still, they refused to curse each other. Still, they refused to hate the love that brought them here. And that is where the story changes. Because pain expected to break them. But pain underestimated them. Slowly, almost painfully, life shifted. Food became regular. Work became steady. Hope returned in small, fragile pieces. They did not rise because people helped them. They rose because they refused to fall apart. The same village that mocked them began to notice something strange. They were still standing. The outcast family had not collapsed. The forbidden marriage had not failed. The mistake had turned into strength. Whispers changed tone. Questions replaced insults. How did they survive? How did they endure this long? The answer terrified the system that created the suffering. There was never an outcast. Only humans denied dignity. The conversation spread. The lie was exposed. The tradition that fed on cruelty began to choke. Then something unbelievable happened. The village abolished the law. Later, the government followed. A rule that lived longer than truth was finally buried. No human being shall be called an outcast.
This law is abolished. But what of our traditions? They must be questioned for progress.
Their suffering was not wasted. Their tears became evidence. Their love became resistance. Today, when people speak of that change, they do not talk about lawmakers first. They talk about a couple. Two people who chose love when hate was easier. Two people who survived when breaking would have been understandable. Two people who proved that labels do not define destiny. If you are watching this and life feels unfair, if your name has been stained by something you didn't choose, if you are being punished for loving the wrong person, coming from the wrong family, or being born into the wrong situation, listen carefully. History is not changed by those who fit in. It is changed by those who survive what was meant to erase them. And sometimes, the people society calls outcasts are the very ones who teach it what humanity truly means.